Hey loves, today I have a little bit different and serious of a topic to focus on, and that is the murder of Tristyn Bailey. This story completely broke my heart, and I just couldn't not share it with you guys. Tristyn Bailey was a 13-year-old who lived in St. Johns County, Florida. She was in 7th grade and attended Patriots Oak Academy. She lived with her family, known as the Bailey Seven, and was known to have a positive and sunny outlook on life, and she had a bright future ahead of her. Her mom described her as having a fiery personality and said that she had a drive in her soul to be the best and always gave 100% to achieve her goals. At a recent celebration of her life, her mom said that she will be continuing to live her life with a motto that Tristyn always said:
"Get it together. You got this, Mom."
Clearly, Tristyn was a cheerleader for everyone in her life, using her big smile and inspiring words to help them get through their tough times. But she was also an actual cheerleader too. She was a well-known athlete in her cheer community and was on 2 cheerleading squads, one for her school, Patriot Oaks Academy, and the other was for a team called Infinity All-Stars. Her coaches both described her as a natural leader and someone who could make any situation better. If there was ever a bad day or a bad practice, Tristyn was definitely the person you wanted to be there to turn it around. 1 week before she died, Tristyn Bailey traveled with her team to Orlando, Florida, to the ESPN Sports Complex for a summit cheer competition. No one thought that it would be her last. So, who would ever want to hurt such a kind, loving, bright person? Clearly, Tristyn was beloved by her friends, family, and community. So, what exactly happened? Tristyn was last seen by her family a little after midnight on Sunday, May 10th, and shortly after, around 1:14 a.m., was the last time that she was seen alive at the Durbin Amenity Center in the Durbin Crossing community in northwest St. Johns County. I do have to wonder, what made her go out that late? Why was she walking around outside alone in the middle of the night at only 13 years old? Was she tricked into going outside? Did her parents know that she was going out? Shortly after that, at 1:45 a.m., 2 people matching the clothes that were worn by Tristyn and Aiden Fucci were seen walking together on a surveillance video from a home on Saddlestone Drive. Not long after that, a little after 3 a.m., only one figure was spotted walking by on the same surveillance video in the other direction. The next morning, around 10 a.m., Tristyn's family reported her missing, and throughout the day, her family and the sheriff's office asked for any information from the public about her whereabouts and activated missing child alerts trying to figure out where Tristyn was. Then, at 6 p.m., a body was recovered in the search for Tristyn. Investigators made a preliminary identification of the body, which was found in the woods at the end of a cul-de-sac by a man who was searching his own neighborhood. It was noted that the body was found 0.3 miles away from where Aiden Fucci lived. About an hour later, the sheriff's office announced that the search for the 13-year-old was called off and that there was no longer a threat being posed to the community. Early the next morning, around 3 a.m., and approximately 24 hours after the time that the murder potentially took place, police shared that items with blood on them and items that matched the clothing that Aiden Fucci was seen wearing in the video were found in his bedroom. After taking the statements from Fucci, detectives arrested him and placed him in the St. Johns County Jail. And the next morning, investigators announced that he was being charged with second-degree murder, and it was unclear whether or not he would be charged as an adult. Second-degree murder means that there was intention to kill, but without predetermination. So basically that means that when he was killing her, he was intending to kill her. But up until the moment that he killed her, he didn't have intention to kill her. So it seems pretty crazy to me that a 14-year-old would just 13-year-olds. So now I have to ask, what is the deal with Aiden Fucci? Aiden is a 14-year-old student who went to the same school as Tristyn, Patriot Oaks School, and he is the lone suspect in the murder. Currently, there is no information about what a possible motive could be, but in his statements that he gave to detectives, in which he changed his story several times, he also made several admissions. And the one thing that has very clearly come to light is the fact that he did this, at least in some part, for social media clout. How do I know that this was for clout? Because of the way he handled the situation post-murder. After he was arrested, he posted a selfie to Snapchat from the back of the police car that he was arrested in. And this is what it looked like. The fact that he murdered this girl and then had the audacity to post a Snapchat and caption it, "Hey guys, has anyone seen Tristyn lately?" And second, why the heck are you doing posting about being arrested all over Snapchat and clearly bragging about what you did? In a statement released by the police, it was revealed that Tristyn had from sharp force trauma by Overall, this just makes me think he must have really wanted to kill her because no one just out of the blue decides to someone to Personally, I just do not understand because it is just so clear to me that Tristyn was a kind and loving person who did not deserve to have her life cut short, but especially did not deserve to have her life cut short in such a horrible, horrible way. Currently, there isn't a whole lot of information available about the trial or even how Aiden will be tried. There is a petition out there for Aiden to be tried as an adult, as many people believe that even though he is a minor and he was obviously a minor when he committed the crime, the level of his crime demands that he be treated as an adult and that he be able to be locked up for life. But that's not the only drama going down around the case. Apparently, Aiden's original private attorney has dropped the case and will no longer be representing him, and he will now be represented by a public defender. His previous attorney said that he had wanted to be off the case because of a disagreement that went down between him and the family. To me, I read between the lines that maybe he didn't want to represent him because he realizes how messed up this whole entire case is, and he just simply doesn't want to be involved. Here's what some other people have to say about the case. I am so sorry, baby girl. Fly high, beautiful. Such a beautiful soul taken away too soon. Hashtag Tristyn Bailey. The fact they even have to question if they charge Aiden Fucci as an adult blows my mind. Yes, he's a kid, but you know who else was? Tristyn Bailey. Do the adult crime, get the adult time. Justice for Tristyn Bailey. Aiden Fucci has shown no remorse for what he has done. He bragged about it only to cry at his charge. I hope he gets charged as an adult. He was old enough to take a life, then he's old enough to spend the rest of his life in prison where he belongs. Justice for Tristyn Bailey. Ultimately, I know that Tristyn is in a better place, and I hope that her family gets the peace and justice that they so deserve. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions on this crazy controversial case in the comments below. I love you so much!